You only lose when you give up. And even then, isn't that just another story? A story you once believed. But what if? What if you were to believe something even more useful, maybe empowering, more true? Because you see, there's a pattern hidden in every success, in every triumph, in every story of someone who should have lost, but didn't. A pattern of persistence, of learning, of adjusting. A pattern that says no, demands that the only way to truly lose is to stop before the breakthrough. Imagine a door, locked. You push, it doesn't budge. Most stop there. They say, the door won't open. But some notice something others don't. A key nearby, a window slightly ajar. A pattern in the way the handle turns just so. And isn't it interesting? The ones who find their way through, they're simply the ones who keep looking. Now as you hear these words, you can begin to notice something, a shift, a realization, a truth awakening deep inside. Because haven't you always, in some way, found a way forward, even when it seemed impossible? Haven't there always been moments when you thought you were stuck, only to find later that you'd already been moving towards exactly where you needed to be? And isn't it funny how, once you realize this, it becomes obvious that every so-called failure was simply feedback, every setback just a setup for something greater to come, and every moment of doubt was just another step into the unfolding of greater strength. And now, as you begin to absorb this at every level, consciously, unconsciously, in ways you might not even realize yet, you can start to wonder, what would happen if this belief, this truth, became so deeply embedded within you that it was simply who you are? Because after all, you only lose when you give up, and you are just getting started. Isn't it fascinating how some people seem to rise no matter what? How some, in the very same situation, where others falter, somehow discover a way through. You've seen it, haven't you? Maybe even felt it before. The moment where everything could have gone wrong, where everything should have fallen apart, but instead something inside shifted. A choice was made, a realization happened, and suddenly, what once seemed impossible became inevitable. And as you think about that now, as you wonder about it, you might begin to notice something important. Something that was always there, waiting for you to recognize it. A pattern, a truth, a way of thinking, being, believing. So powerful that once you step into it fully, everything changes. Because the ones who win, they aren't the ones who never fall. No, falling's part of the game. Falling is expected. But the ones who win are the ones who get back up again and again and again. Not because they have to, but because they know deeply, instinctively, that every fall is just another step forward in disguise. You can feel that now, can't you? That shift, that truth. It's been there all along, and maybe now, in this very moment, it's becoming clear, in a way it never quite was before. And what if the moments that once felt like setbacks were never setbacks at all? What if they were simply hidden lessons unfolding exactly as they needed to? What if every difficulty, every challenge, every so-called failure was simply a doorway to something greater? A doorway that only those who persist get to walk through. Because it's interesting, isn't it? How the mind can reframe things so quickly, so naturally, so completely. How once a belief is installed deeply enough, it becomes automatic. It becomes who you are. And as this belief, this truth, this unshakable, undeniable reality begins to take root in every part of you, you can already begin to see the shift, feel it, know it. Because now, when you look back at every challenge, every obstacle, every time you thought you were stuck, you can see something new. A thread connecting every experience. A thread of resilience, of learning, of adapting, of winning. And from now on, it only gets stronger. Because this belief is now a part of you. A part of your thinking, your actions, your reality. Because you only lose when you give up. And giving up, it isn't something you do anymore, is it? No, not anymore. And that changes everything.